A thematic analysis of the LPN to BN transition journey. I am Bryan. The rest of the team includes Dr. Petrovic, Danica Nolette, and Deborah Exelby. The Licensed Practical Nursing (LPN) to Bachelor of Nursing (BN) programs are different than BN entry programs, as LPNs are already autonomous healthcare practitioners. All Bachelor of Nursing programs consist of theory and clinical practicum components. Preceptorship is the last clinical placement that students engage in, where transition takes place from student to registered nurse. Hence, students have to demonstrate that they have met the pedagogical foundation and regulatory requirements to become an RN. However, there is a dearth of literature on how successful transition happens and what measures determine successful transition. Hence, the research objective to explore what constitutes a successful transition from LPN to BN graduate from the perspective of the nursing students and their RN preceptors during preceptorship. So this was a pilot study. So the methodology utilized will be replicated in a larger study across various Canadian universities. However, for the pilots, it was carried out at one Canadian LPN to BN program with consolidation practicum students and their RN preceptors. We used a qualitative, interpretive, descriptive design to conduct a two-phase study. The first phase entailed a survey administered through Microsoft Forms, inviting students and preceptors to reflect on their transition experience. The second phase included semi-structured interviews conducted and recorded using Microsoft Teams. Research ethics approval was obtained from the university at which the research was undertaken, and a research assistant external to the nursing faculty conducted recruitment, data collection, and de-identification of the data. Braun and Clark's six-step thematic analysis process was utilized for data analysis, where the data was gathered from survey results and interview transcripts. They were coded, and then deductive and inductive thematic analysis were used within Nvivo 14 software. A two-coder process was used through independent coding. Intercoder consistency and reliability were employed to assess and ensure coding agreement between both coders. Students and preceptor data was approached initially as separate participant groups. The codebooks were then compared and significant similarities identified. Hence, we decided to identify overarching sub-themes and themes in one thematic framework representative of successful LPN to BN transition. The key findings include 3 distinct themes identified within the 3 ovals and their sub-themes as shown in the rectangles of the diagram being shown. Theme 1 spoke to indicators of successful LPN to BN evolution and transition. 2 spoke to positive transition influences. And finally, Theme 3 spoke to a variety of factors that detracted from a successful LPN to BN transition, including the preceptor, student, and clinical practicum process barriers. Main outcomes. Preceptors and students identified the importance of developing increased confidence, leadership skills, and decision-making. This preliminary exploratory examination of the research questions and research design resulted in a restructuring of the conceptual framework and improvement of participant engagement prior to moving towards a larger scale study. A transparent analysis process and a credible, repeatable, transferable study have been assured through reflexive journaling, documentation of the step-by-step study procedure, and recorded project team meetings. The findings from this pilot study are foundational to an evidence-informed open education resource under development by our team to support successful transition of LPN to BN students. From this pilot project, it can be seen that the preceptorship process is integral to learning consolidation and solidifying that successful transition has taken place from the LPN to the RN role. These are our references, and thank you so much for listening to our presentation. If you have questions, please reach out to me as per the contact information shown. Thank you so much.